What up, Dokkaners? The best banners in Dokkan battle history are set to drop on JP next week, as the 8-year anniversary will kick off following their live stream, and we'll see these two banners in action. Look at this. LR Spirit Bomb Z, LR Spirit Bomb GT. These two banners. In fact, you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb and just say this Spirit Bomb Z banner, best banner in history. Spirit Bomb GT, second best banner. We don't know what these two units do. We don't know what the banner units do. We'll obviously find that out next week, but still, these two banners are without question better than every other banner that will be coming up between now and the 8-year anniversary on global, for the simple reason that the worldwide download units are going to be here and nowhere else. I know some people are holding out hope for a Gamma appearance earlier on global, which is always possible since these units are sort of outliers in the grand scheme of things. Having the superhero integration has thrown everything into chaos in terms of planning and predicting. So I would not be surprised if the Gammas were to come back, but if they don't, that would only add more value to these banners, because that would mean that not only are the cooler and the worldwide download units here, the Gammas are here, all the units that you're basically saving for will all be consolidated on these banners, which would mean you don't have to summon on much else. So that being said, global players, with the schedule the way that it is between now and July, what are we to do? So we're going to be just going through all the different banners, even the ones that we don't know. And we're going to be taking a look at all the banner units that are going to be coming up, potentially. And we're going to use this as a way to sort of like window shop and see which banners are more suitable to what we want. Obviously, circumstances are different. When I say save, I am obviously talking about the general population of players. If you have, you know, a little bit more of a unique situation, there's a particular team you like, there's a particular character that you like, you're a whale, you're not a whale, you're a moderate spender, whatever, you guys might have your own unique circumstances. So, you know, feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, which banners you want. Actually, I also want to say, of the 3 Dokkan Festival banners that we have yet to arrive on global that JP's had, which one do you think has the best selection? We're not talking about which unit is the best, which banner has the best selection, because I think ultimately it's going to be coming down to the fallbacks. Not the headliner, not the banner unit, but the fallbacks. The fallbacks would be the featured SSRs on the banner that if you don't get the headliner, you would ultimately get those guys. If you consider a fallback summon being LR cooler, that's got to be the best banner out there, right? If your fallback summon is the 7-year LR gods, that's got to be the best banner out there, as opposed to your fallback summon being Videl or your fallback summon being Bojack. That's a very, very big difference. So we're just going to be going through these 3 banners. We're also going to be taking a look at the the Hachiyak LR Goku banner, the Raging Blast Goku Carnival banner, whatever we call this. And we're going to be taking a look at these guys and the upcoming banners that we don't know about. Let's just start with the Dokkan Festival Kid Goku, right? As we already discussed, Videl, Bojack, Ader, Gigarad. Actually, let's just take a look right down here. Yeah, these are the 2 new units, right? We got the headliner, we got the banner unit. Then we've got Gigarad, we got Videl, we got Bojack, we got Beerus, and we got Turles. So in terms of the fallback selection, not the greatest. These units are in dire need of EZAs. I'm talking mainly about these 3 characters, as these 3 have been around for quite some time. I feel like, I don't know why, I just keep thinking that Beerus is going to get an Extreme Z Awakening sometime soon because of the whole like Battle of Gods thing on global. We're getting the LR God Goku EZA. There could be like some sort of sneaky LR beer or physical Beerus Dokkan Festival EZA happening, which would be nice. But other than that, the Turles, he's a serviceable ally for an extreme team. In terms of like individual mechanics, support is good, but after that, you could argue there could be some faults there. But in terms of your selection and the fallbacks, not the greatest. The units are good, the new units are great, and if you're going to be summoning for these units, you are running the risk of not getting them and potentially pulling these guys. Is that a risk you are willing to take? Maybe. So that is the upcoming Dokkan Festival. The following part 2. So I've talked about different possibilities in various videos. My most recent video, I didn't really talk about it, but I do want to remind you guys that with this part 2 coming up, we have the LR God Goku EZA, we have the Carnival Coin Exchange coming up. So with that, there will most definitely be a Carnival banner dropping. Otherwise, the Carnival Coin Exchange release update makes no sense to drop during that time. So it could either be an LR God Goku double rates banner that is unique to global to sort of like further the global first experience during this part 2, or, as I've been reminded several times, even though I already mentioned it, this banner could be moving up to here, because again, that would make sense for the Carnival double rates. This would also leave this part 2 open to a potential global first, as we've discussed. I still feel like the global first could happen either here, or even sometime during in the middle of Golden Week, but that's besides the point. So if they move this Carnival banner up here, that would remove this top legendary summon, that would remove the LR God Goku double rates banner, but it would introduce the STR Piccolo in the coin shop. And I think this is going to be a focal point for a lot of people who did summon for the orange Piccolo and pull the orange Piccolo. This Piccolo will be available for 200 coins in the Carnival coin shop. I don't think they're going to change this. I think that would be the worst idea ever if they were to remove the STR Piccolo from this banner. I think they'll keep it the same. So if they do, some global players will probably dabble in some summons here to get enough coins to buy that STR Piccolo for 200 coins from the Carnival coin shop. Honestly, not a bad purchase because that unit is generally in the it's mostly in the general pool, so you don't get to see that unit featured a whole lot. And if it is, that's the best time to get it because that is your best slot 2 for your orange Piccolo slot 1. Granted, there aren't many units that link very well, only 4 links, but still they get the job done. Great support in terms of links, regen with their links here, guard, damage reduction, critical hits. This guy is very, very good. So that is going to be something that a lot of people are looking at. Then we've got the Dokkan Festival Bardock. Now, out of the 3, I personally feel like the Bardock's Dokkan Festival has the best selection. So let's take a look here. We've got the new unit, then we've got the banner unit Tora, then we've got Majin Vegeta, Super Vegeta, Broly, and Bardock. I think this is a great selection for a few reasons. Number 1, 200% lead, great unit. Majin Vegeta, still very much a relevant unit. Super Vegeta, offensively, very gifted. Defensively, not so much, but he is still serviceable on several major events. Super Battle Road, he dominates because of the guaranteed critical and stun, but again, you got to look out for the defense. Then you've got Broly. Broly has definitely aged a little bit, but still, I think Broly is very, very good. Damage reduction, 18%. Stacking attack and defense multiple times on any given turn. That damage reduction becomes more and more profound as you continue to stack more and more and more. Yeah, it's a little bit on the older side in terms of the skill set, but still, I think that he is very good. Plus, this Broly does link well with many super type teams. So Broly isn't just relegated to be stranded on an extreme team. He can run on some Pure Saiyans team, Super Saiyans teams. So yeah, he's good. And I do like him. And then we got Bardock. Now, Bardock is obviously the worst one in the bunch, has been so for a long time. This unit is in dire need of an EZA. In fact, last year, I was hoping and predicting that Bardock would receive an EZA during Saiyan Day, and I'm going to go ahead and remind you guys that it is once again possible, as this is the celebration that will be happening prior to the Saiyan Day celebration. This is the next celebration where Global and JP will join up, and we will have some crazy stuff happen during this time. In terms of the banner, again, it is joint, but still, it will not be as good as the 8-year anniversary, I'm telling you right now, but we will be getting some nice units coming back, most specifically LR Trunks and Vegeta. They will be coming back during Saiyan Day, March of 2023, as they released in late November of 2022. So in terms of a turnaround, this is actually a pretty nice turnaround. If you guys were not lucky enough to pull him on the original Dokkan Festival, which most of you might have skipped, if you guys tried to summon during the Christmas banner free summons and you weren't able to get him, well, this is going to be the best opportunity to get this unit. And this is a very, very good unit, a must-have unit. So if you can buy him with coins at the coin shop, that would be the biggest W. Whatever the Saiyan Day unit ends up being will still be good. It'll be serviceable, but it won't be as good as the 8-year anniversary LRs. Just as we saw last year, right? We got Majin Vegeta first on Global before we got the 7-year anniversary Gods and the 7-year anniversary Super Saiyan 4s. Majin Vegeta was good, but doesn't compare to the 7-year anniversary. So this is, in theory, a skip by simply just looking at the new unit compared to the upcoming new units during 8-year. Then we've got the Dokkan Festival for Yamcha. So let's take a look at Yamcha's banner. Yamcha's banner doesn't have a whole lot of promise in terms of selection. We've got the 2 new units. I think this is the best 3rd slot unit in the entire game now, Yajirobe. We've got the return of the Resurrection F Blues. We've got Ginyu, probably the best unit among the not probably. He is the best unit among the bunch in terms of fallbacks. Then you've got Trunks, you've got Golden Frieza, and you've got Transforming Goku. Transforming Goku is, he's good. He's old and he's been around a lot. Golden Frieza has aged, has some nice defensive mechanics, dodge, raising defense, lowers attack. Actually, wait, does he lower attack? I forget. Does he lower attack or does he seal? He seals. But he actually does lower attack. He attacked enemies, lower attack and defense. That's right. So, these units, not the greatest selection. If you're summoning, you're summoning for Yamcha. And if you get these guys as fallbacks, well, you sort of reap what you sow. So I don't really think there's much more to say about these banners. But like I said, I think Bardock is the best banner selection. You've got a nicer fallback set here. 200% leader over here. You got some nice units that can run on some of the marquee events. Over here, you got you actually got 2 200% leads. But in terms of relevancy, I think Ginyu is really the only one. After that, everybody else is sort of gunning for second. So that is pretty much it for the banners that we know are coming. We haven't seen the Golden Week or the Saiyan Day. Speaking of, Golden Week comes up after this. Now, again, part 2 is up for grabs. This could be the LR Raging Blast Goku banners release, or this could be a top legendary summon. They have said that they're not done with the legendary summons. They claim that this is going to continue to be a thing. So if that is the case, then they have to drop these banners sometime, you know? Are they going to be giving us a legendary summon on global first? Could this be a global first legendary summon a la Ultra Instinct Goku, as I mentioned a couple of videos ago? Could it be a generic legendary summon just simply to appease the LR coin shop, you know, bring the coin shop back for people to use to buy maybe Golden Frieza or Fusion Zamasu? That could happen here, or it could be another Carnival banner, or it could just be a global first altogether. So a lot of possibilities there. Probably not anything worth summoning on unless you've got coins, residual coins. Then we've got Golden Week. Golden Week is going to have some major units potentially coming back. First off, the Gammas. The Gammas could come back during Golden Week, as that would make the most sense. Golden Week would have a dual Dokkan Festival sort of setup, which means Gamma 1 would be on one banner and Gamma Dos would be on the other. Also, during Golden Week, we would also have possibly and most likely the return of the superhero LRs, the LR Gohan and the LR Piccolo. The other possible release was going to be post Saiyan Day. And I literally only put this because of the fact that last year's New Year's unit was Super Vegeta. And Super Vegeta's first return was during the post Saiyan Day April celebration. Since this is a joint double Dokkan festival, that obviously cannot happen because on the post Saiyan Day celebration, which is this one, there's only one Dokkan festival banner, meaning you would have to cram both LR Gohan and Piccolo on the same banner along with the Yamcha, which, nah, that's not happening. I'll just tell you right now, it's not happening. So that's why it makes most sense for it to happen during Golden Week. Of course, that could maybe just not happen. Maybe they bring back LR Gohan and Piccolo during the worldwide download celebration. In fact, I should probably put that. I'm gonna go ahead and just put that right here. So let's just do, okay, so we'll do that. Then we'll bring this down here. Let's move this all the way over here. And let's put or worldwide download. And that would be in August of 2023. Is that when Worldwide comes out? Yeah. So it could be one of these 3 dates. I think it's most likely going to be probably Worldwide Download now that I think about it. But if it is Golden Week, that would probably make this the biggest threat. So if there was any one banner that you would have to summon on other than the 8-year anniversary between now and then, maybe you could argue Golden Week. Of course, we'll have to wait and see what the units do. The units were definitely good last year. Goku and Cell are both still very good units, even though the 7 years are good too. The Golden Weeks were good and they made a name for themselves. So you probably the same thing will happen this year. So I think that this will be maybe the only real threat where players will have an opportunity to summon, get some good units, and then still be able to wait and hold over until the 8-year anniversary. And then we got the final like pre-8-year traps here. I wouldn't summon for these. No matter what we end up getting here, we're so close at this point that no matter what it is, you shouldn't summon. You should just save, because 1 month, that's all you have to do. You've already waited 5 months leading up until this point. You might as well wait one more month. It's not that big a deal. So anyway, that's it, guys. That is the overall outlook for global. It's going to be tough. It's going to take some mental toughness, some discipline, some fortitude. Try to just always keep these guys in the back of your minds. Just remember what is potentially headed your way. And all of the stones that you've got right now, is it worth saving for this or spending on this or this or this or anything else in between? Think about it. Take a second. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let in the comments your thoughts on these banners coming up. When do you think the superhero Gohan and Piccolo will come back? When do you think the Gammas will come back? Which banner do you think poses the biggest threat to you in terms of summoning and not saving for the 8-year anniversary? And of the 3 Dokkan festivals that we've got coming up, Kid Goku, Bardock, and Yamcha, which banner do you think has the best selection in terms of fallbacks? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know when to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again. Stay tuned and remember to Dokkan responsibly.